Welcome. Federal government agencies say the cloud has helped them innovate more quickly and more efficiently than just about any tool they've encountered in the last several decades. I'm Francis Rose with Scoop News Group. To talk about the cloud today, I'm happy to welcome Christine Halvorsen. She's Senior Technical Business Development Manager for the Mission Acceleration Team at Amazon Web Services. Christine, welcome. Thanks for coming on. What are some notable examples that you've seen over time of how the cloud is helping agencies make these significant innovative gains?
Really, I've been at AWS now for about 3 years, and I was a customer before, having done some of these innovative improvements in the government. And what I've seen is AWS is continually expanding its services to support our customers. And we just had reInvent, and now we have more than 200 fully featured services. And really, what we're hearing from our government customers of their challenges to being innovative is the need to really focus on critical capabilities needed for modern data strategy. And AWS is continuing to focus to build out these areas in areas such as databases to store and process the data that powers the applications, right? Data lakes to unite data stored in different places, analytical tools to develop insights and understand the trends, machine learning and AI to build models, make predictions, and add intelligence to the applications. And most importantly, the right security and governance, right? To control where the data is, who has access to it, and what can be done with it every step of the data journey. So for example, I'm going to take us out of this world. So AWS, one of the earliest customers was the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and it deployed the company's AWS GovCloud services on the Mars Curiosity rover for data analytics and image processing in 2012. Well, because of all the innovation that we've been doing too, more recently, JPL utilized the platform for Perseverance's 2020 Mars mission, something we're very proud of here at AWS. And then another example of delivering critical services was AWS helping to bring the decennial census online with the US Census Bureau when it moved its 2020 census.gov website to AWS Government Cloud. And just to note, AWS GovCloud just had its 10-year anniversary, so big birthday celebration there for our GovCloud services as well.
Congratulations on the birthday. The three main areas that agency officials tell me they have a lot of dissonance is cultural issues, budgetary issues, workforce constraints. How does your cloud, how does AWS Cloud help agencies deal with each of those?
Yeah, I think you mentioned all the challenges that anybody deals with. But here at AWS, we've been supporting customers around the world to try to keep their agencies running. We're keeping classes going and speeding, COVID-19 healthcare and research. And so we've been seeing our customers use AWS to really lessen the impact of COVID-19 crisis on families, communities, their agencies, and the focus has been more on supporting their needs. And our customers are really moving forward confidently, knowing that they can depend on the scale, reach, and reliability of AWS. Scale really came into play here a lot because especially when you're running on-prem environments, right, the supply chain issues were causing a bigger problem if you were trying to scale on-prem. And so, as always, we're really guided by what's best for our customers. And what we're seeing is the agencies trying to save money however they can. We're doing everything we can to help them do that. And so with COVID accelerating a lot of the enterprise cloud migration decisions, and we believe all of those decisions have had a positive impact for the agencies that we'll see in the medium long term. And as often happens in these crises, agents tend to step back and think more strategically about their future operations. And we're seeing that across our customer base. And agencies have seen those who are running in the cloud or have migrated to the cloud have accelerated and scaled during the times of crisis. But conversely, like I mentioned, observed other agencies who are facing the challenge of having to continue to manage their own infrastructure themselves on-prem with something that wasn't planned. Mm-hmm. And so now they're seeing those agencies accelerate their plans to move to AWS in the cloud. So for example, within the federal government, within my team, the Mission Acceleration Team that I lead, we're working directly with numerous federal government customers in solving the challenge of establishing really a digital workforce at different levels of classification. And so we're working with our partners to really initiate proof of concepts. And we have several running right now to deliver those solutions that will have that long-term positive impact of establishing a stronger digital workforce in the federal government.
You work with a lot of partner companies at AWS, and one of the things that agency leaders tell me all the time they struggle with is seeing what's over the horizon, what's coming. They're so focused on what's happening today, short term, that they don't have the chance to think long term. What are you seeing in that landscape, in that long view that agency leaders should be thinking about today? Maybe not using it, maybe not moving in that direction now, but know that it's coming.
Yeah, so we're right. We have over 10,000 partners in our AWS partner network, and we hear from our federal government or our government customers. We hear that the AI/ML, we hear the IoT, right? But really, what really has been coming to the forefront, and I'm a member of INSA and on one of the working groups too, and we've heard this also, right, from Sue Gordon as well, is really the establishing open source projects for the government as they continue to modernize their IT applications. And so we've been hearing that from them and our customers and how the agency should be establishing that. And so really the longevity and viability of open source is very important to us and our customers, which is why we've been a significant contributor to and support of open source communities. So one way we do this is by open sourcing key Amazon technologies like Firecracker, also Bottle Rocket and the Cloud Development Kit, which is what we call the CDK to help advance the industry, has been released. And the CDK, for example, gives developers a powerful way to build and configure cloud services and other complex systems. And it's attracted really a broad and growing community around it. In addition, we've made significant contributions to a myriad of other existing open source projects, such as Zen and Linux and Java and Kubernetes. I can go on and on. But really, we've really developed some leadership positions in these areas, and that's where we contribute. And it's always, with our customers' best interests in mind. And so when we launch a project in open source, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we really make a long-term commitment to support our customers there. So we contribute bug fixes, security, scalability, performance, and future enhancements back to the community. So for example, we've been a significant contributor to Apache Lucene, which actually powers our Amazon Elasticsearch capability. And the Amazon EMR team has been making contributions to the Hadoop ecosystem for many years. And so really, we strongly believe that the operation for great open source software is as important as the software itself, because managing that software as a service for customers makes it accessible to that broader population. And we're really hoping now with deving low and pushing high that we're hearing from our federal government customers that this will be something that will also impact them as well long term.
One of the things about the cloud when it first became popular that worried agency officials, Christine, was the security element of it. It didn't make sense. It seemed counterintuitive that the cloud could be more secure than an on-premises environment. That perception seems to have dissipated. What are people learning, and what do you have to teach agencies about security in the cloud, and in particular your cloud?
Yeah, again, having been a customer and sitting in that seat and now sitting in customer meetings, I think there's still some questions about is the cloud secure? And here at AWS, security is always our top priority. I see the way that we built the cloud, security had a seat at the table and was done from day one, right? And it was built into everything we do and is continually built in. So it's really been architected to be the most flexible and secure cloud computing environment available today. And it's really built to satisfy security requirements for military, global banks, and other high sensitive organizations. And so, our service offerings associated with supply chain are vetted and accepted as secure enough for top secret workloads, which actually benefits all our customers globally. And then we have more than 280 security, compliance, and governance features. And with all of that, right, we have this shared responsibility model with the customer. So we help educate the customer even on security best practices on how to operate in the cloud. And so AWS will manage and control certain components from a hosting operating system and virtualization layer down to the physical security of the facilities in which the services do operate, while our customers are responsible for building secure applications. And we provide, again, a variety of best practices, documents, encryption tools to help with that. And so our partners also, those 10,000 partners you mentioned earlier, are very integral to this as well, because they also have hundreds of tools and features to help our customers meet their security objectives in the cloud, and ranging from network security to configuration management, access control, and data encryption. But I think really the best is AWS, again, scale, how we can scale more significantly, and how we scale into investment in security policing because of our size and the countermeasures we can put in place. I will tell you, as a former customer, right, as a government customer, I had a smaller budget, right, and that budget had to be split 5 different ways. When you take that scale of all the customers sitting on here and AWS being able to take investments and put it into security, I was actually more secure in the cloud. So I didn't have any more, once I went to cloud, I had no more rogue servers running underneath a developer's desk, right? And so now CIOs can know how many orphans out there and where they may be, and instead use this operational efficiency to enable the security teams to focus on finding an attack early and cutting off the threat to minimize that threat or damage, or to shore up significant vulnerabilities, making the security teams more effective. And so again, security is job zero here at AWS, and that's what we strive for every day.
Christine Halvorsen of Amazon Web Services, great to talk to you. Thanks for joining me today.